Would you like to travel soon to one of the most beautiful countries in the world, where classicism merges with civilization, luxury, sophistication and development, and you are looking for the most prominent tourist attractions and the best countries in the world for tourism and travel? Here are the 10 most beautiful cities in the world. Number 10. Lisbon, Portugal. Portugal's capital and largest city, this pastel-colored city lies on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean and is full of visual wonders. It is situated on an enchanting ridge extending to the Tagus River, with sweeping and enchanting views of the ocean. You can find unexpectedly beautiful views at every turn down its colorful and picturesque streets, especially from the strategically located overlooks or terraces at the top of each hill. Indeed, the city seems unpolished and alluring, an effortless beauty with captivating details such as cobblestone designs, tiled facades, and pastel-colored buildings that blend together to give it a unique atmosphere that is now hard to find in any other city. Lisbon is one of those places that fills you with hope and inspiration even from a simple stroll through the neighborhood. And if we add to all that the beautiful beaches on its coasts, we will have one of the most attractive tourist destinations in the world. Number 9. San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Located in the state of Guanajuato, this Mexican city is one of the quietest cities in the middle of the country. Its colonial past, evident in many of its buildings, coexists with its Mexican essence. This is evident in the large number of canteens in its streets, its markets, its gastronomy or its many museums. This city also played an important role in the Mexican War of Independence, which is why the city is part of the Via Miguel Hidalgo today. Moreover, San Miguel de Allende has an intense cultural and artistic life, as well as large green areas and forests in the surrounding areas. A few minutes from the historic center is El Charco, a nature reserve that includes a botanical garden and a water system from the colonial era. Number 8. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The city is indeed blessed with one of the most stunning places in the world, which makes it a top 10 most beautiful city in the world. Anyone standing atop the famous Sugarloaf Mountain or next to the Corcovado statue will see one of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. Tropical green luxury blends with the blue of the ocean and the brightness of the sand on the beaches, proving that this is indeed the cool city, as the locals call it. In addition, Rio de Janeiro is known for its lively carnival and rambunctious bossa nova. Another beautiful and serene place to visit in Rio de Janeiro is the Botanical Garden. You'll be amazed by the two 800-yard-long rows of regal palm trees that make you feel like you're strolling through the King's Gardens. Inside there are more palm trees and many other plants. Enjoy a nice and quiet walk in a natural setting where you can hear the birds chirping. Number 7. Istanbul, Turkey. Located midway between Europe and Asia, Istanbul is an example of the coexistence of ancient traditions and Western modernity. It was called Byzantium first, and later, Constantinople. Its history still chimes in the oldest part of the city. There we find some of the most important buildings, such as the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Basilica Cisterna, Topkapi Palace or the Grand Bazaar, able to take us back in time. Its most cosmopolitan area is on the other side of the Bosphorus, where culture and life were most Western. Istanbul opened itself to the world without losing its Turkish essence. It is also the only city in which, just by crossing a bridge, we can move from one continent to another. Number 6. Cape Town, South Africa. Perhaps one of the most multicultural cities in Africa, Cape Town is an essential destination on your trip to South Africa. This stunning city is located at the base of the famous Table Mountain in South Africa on a peninsula surrounded by the crystal blue waters of the South Atlantic Ocean. It has better integrated its European heritage with its African flair. Its main attraction is the colors of its picturesque houses. Cape Town also has crystal clear water beaches with penguin colonies, Simon's Town, or Seal Island, Hout's Bay. Its history still reminds us that Cape Town was the birthplace of many leaders of the anti-apartheid movement. Number 5. Prague, Czech Republic. Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic, is known as the City of 1,000 Spears, due to its abundance of huge, beautifully preserved historical monuments dating from almost every period in history. These spears are best admired from the bridges crossing the Vltava River, especially from the magnificent Charles Bridge, or standing in the stunningly beautiful Old Town Square. Add the alleyways and cobblestone streets that lead to it, and you know that few other cities delight the senses like Prague. Number 4. Venice, Italy. Venice is a city of canals made up of more than 100 small islands linked together by more than 400 bridges. Its main charm lies in the fact that it is a pedestrian city, as the only traffic allowed is that which crosses its canals. This is why Venice holds the title of the most romantic and private city in Europe. Renaissance architecture is one of its hallmarks, as is St. Mark's Square. There you will find some Italian cafes and restaurants frequented by tourists. Number 3. Amsterdam, Netherlands. One of the top 10 most beautiful cities in the world is the capital of the Netherlands, Amsterdam. An artistic center of Northern Europe, it is known for its picturesque bike paths, canals, bridges, and elegant 17th-century architecture. This, in addition to the thousands of buildings that line Amsterdam's main canals and are beautifully preserved as apartments, offices, cafes, and restaurants, all form an aesthetic unification that makes the city one of the most charming in the world. You also find gorgeous tulip stands and cafes. Take a canal cruise early in your visit so you can get an overview of the city. Then head to the museum district to see the Rijksmuseum with its modern Rembrandt, Vermeer and Stedelijk paintings. The Schans Zandts Open Air Museum is a great place to enjoy the country's outdoor spaces. It is a Dutch village with houses made of wood and windmills from the 17th and 18th centuries. Number 2. Paris, France. Often considered the most beautiful city in the world, Paris is certainly among the most elegant and sophisticated. It is the capital of France and holds a remarkable place in history for its politics and art. Paris is also known for food, fashion, love, cinema, coffee shops, perfumes, and more. Paris may be the city of lights with important art and fashion houses, but it also has quaint corners, cobblestone streets, and cozy bakeries. Whatever your idea of beauty, Paris has it. Number 1. Budapest, Hungary. In fact, Budapest was split in two by the Danube River, as a result of the merger of three cities. Buda is the hill with the royal palace and old town full of Baroque and Gothic ruins overlooking 19th-century Pest, cut by wide avenues lined with elegant Renaissance buildings. Admire its impressive architecture, including the stunning Parliament House, from the massive Chen Bridge, and step into the old town to walk the most romantic lanes you'll ever stroll. For all this and more, many travelers call this city the most beautiful city in the world. In short, I hope you use this list to help you figure out where to go next, and to realize that all of these places have value in their own right, a culture worth learning about and appreciating. I remind you to subscribe to the Fence channel to know the best natural and tourist places around the world. Thanks for watching.